quietest corners where you least expect it, horror lurks. Nestled in the shadows of our everyday lives, security cameras stand as silent sentinels, designed to offer protection. Yet at times, they bear witness to the unexplainable, the spine-chilling, the downright terrifying. They capture moments that defy logic and send shivers down our spines, taking us into a world of fear and mystery. Tonight, we delve into three tales where the lens of a security camera captured far more than it was supposed to. Our first tale transports us to a serene suburban enclave where a neighborhood security camera recorded an invader whose existence was beyond this realm. An ordinary day unfurled for the homeowner, tucked away in a tranquil community where the concept of an intrusion seemed as extraterrestrial as the guest they were about to witness. The day began with a routine review of the home security footage, a practice that of late had become a mundane task. Little did they know, this day was set to defy the ordinary. As the footage played, it disclosed an intruder, a figure cloaked in darkness. Darkness moving with an eerie, almost spectral grace. This intruder was not just a fleeting shadow, but a humanoid silhouette, tall and lean, with unnaturally long limbs. The intruder, sapped in obscurity, was seen skulking about the property, ambulating the boundary of the house. Their face, obscured by the veil of night, only served to heighten the mystery surrounding their identity. As they neared the residence, the intruder paused, standing motionless in the moonlit yard, as if deliberating their next course of action. Then, with no forewarning, they dematerialized, evaporating into the ethereal mist, leaving nothing to mark their former presence. Astonished and taken aback, the homeowner replayed the footage, time and again, praying it was a technical anomaly or a trick of the light. The subsequent clips of the security footage, however, only reinforced the initial finding. The intruder was palpable one instant, and then inexplicably absent, an alarming spectacle that defied comprehension. Intrigued and perturbed, the homeowner decided to involve law enforcement. The local police were summoned to scrutinize the enigmatic event. They meticulously combed the property, hunting for any trace of the intruder. They found no footprints, no indications of forced entry, absolutely nothing that would signify an intrusion. The footage stood as the testament, a digitized piece of evidence that left the seasoned officers bewildered. The situation was escalated to a team of specialists, masters in video forensics and paranormal phenomena. They meticulously dissected the footage, scrutinizing each frame and sequence, hoping to unearth a rational explanation. Yet the deeper they delved into the mystery, the more elusive the truth became. Their investigations only begot more questions, and the intruder remained an enigma. The footage became a hot topic of speculation among the community and online forums, with conjectures ranging from a malfunction in the security system to presence of a supernatural entity or even an extraterrestrial visitor. But none of these theories conclusively unraveled the mystery of the vaporizing intruder. With no leads and no answers, the case eventually turned cold. The elusive intruder was never identified, leaving the homeowner and the authorities puzzled. But the narrative doesn't conclude here. This puzzling incident left an unforgettable mark on the neighborhood, converting a commonplace suburban dwelling into a site of unexplained enigma. A chilling testament that sometimes, the phenomena we fail to explain are the terrifying of all. The intruder was never found, leaving the homeowner and the authorities baffled. But the story doesn't end there. In today's account, we delve into an unassuming office building where the staff started to sense they weren't alone. This episode unfolds in the midst of a thriving metropolis, in an office that seems to blend into the sea of countless others. It's not your typical haunted house or forsaken asylum, but a place where ordinary people occupy their weekdays, the standard 9 to 5. However, as the weeks passed, the employees began to encounter a string of unexplained happenings that puzzled them. The first oddity took place on a late Friday evening. The sole person leaving the office last reported witnessing a pen suspension in mid-air for a couple of seconds before it plummeted to the floor. They dismissed it as fatigue and the strain of the week, but this incident stayed imprinted in their mind. Then the flickering lights came into play. Initially, just an irritation, maybe a minor electrical hiccup, it soon became an unsettlingly frequent event. The lights would blink erratically, seemingly without a pattern but curiously when someone was alone in the office. An electrician was summoned, however. No fault was detected. The security footage, however, was what truly sent shivers down every spine in the office. Chairs were seen moving mysteriously on their own with no one in the room. They would shift gradually, almost purposely, before coming to a halt. Days later, a stack of papers was seen being flung off a desk, as though hit by a of wind, while the windows were shut and the air conditioning was off. Even stranger, another set of footage revealed a cupboard door creaking open by itself, then slamming shut with no one in sight. A coffee cup in the break room was caught on camera sliding off the table and shattering on the floor, with no logical explanation or evident cause. As these peculiar events continued, fear began to tighten its grip on the office. The atmosphere was chaotic, with some employees refusing to work late. Others started to call in sick, dreadfully afraid to step back into the building. Whispers of a haunted office started circulating. Eventually, they decided to seek the help of a professional paranormal investigation team. Equipped with their sophisticated tools, the team spent a night in the office. The next day, they unveiled their findings. They had recorded a series of inexplicable sounds, whispers that seemed to emerge from thin air, and a cold spot in where the chair had moved. Ultimately, they concluded that an unseen entity, possibly a phantom, had indeed taken up residence in the office. They couldn't determine its purpose or desires, but they were convinced of its existence. To this day, the office workers maintain they're not alone, and the bone-chilling footage seems to validate their assertions. The unseen presence lingers, a silent, invisible co-worker that incites terror in everyone who sets foot in the office. Our final tale brings us to a seemingly innocent convenience store, where the ordinary late-night shift transformed into a horrifying spectacle. This is no run-of-the-mill corner store anecdote. Far from it. This simple convenience store, nestled in the heart of a tranquil small town, was about to become the chilling stage for a sequence of strange and inexplicable happenings that would defy logic. Imagine the scene. It's the deep, haunting hours of the night. The monotonous hum of fluorescent lights punctuating the heavy silence is the only companion for the lone worker who is diligently restocking shelves, preparing the store for the imminent rush. But as the minutes crawl by, a growing sense of unease starts to creep in. It's an unnerving sensation, akin to the hairs on the back of your neck prickling, a chilling premonition that you're not as alone as you thought. All at once, the calm choreography of the night breaks. A can of soup, previously placed securely on a shelf, abruptly plummets to the ground. Startled, the worker scans their surroundings, to be met with an eerie emptiness. Dismissing it as nothing more than a figment of their tired imagination, they push aside the unease and resume their duties. Then, another object falls. And another. One after another, items are violently flung from their designated places, as though propelled by an unseen entity. Growing increasingly alarmed, the worker decides to check the security footage. What they're about to witness sends a chill down their spine. On the grainy footage, a spectral figure, a phantom, can be drifting aimlessly through the aisles. The figure moves with an otherworldly grace, leaving a trail of disarray in its wake. As it weaves its way through the store, items tumble from the shelves, seemingly propelled by an unseen force. The phantom's path is erratic, darting from aisle to aisle, its form flickering in and out of view. It moves with a spectral grace, undisturbed by the physical world. It effortlessly sweeps a display of canned goods to the floor, sends a rack of magazines flying, and topples a carefully stacked pyramid of soda cans. It's as if the store has come alive, rebelling against the natural order. The worker watches in disbelief as the ghostly figure slowly moves closer and closer to the camera, its spectral features becoming more distinct. And then, almost as abruptly as appeared, it vanishes. The phantom dissolves into the air, leaving the worker alone once again in the store. The evidence of its presence lingers in the mess left behind. Rattled and terrified, the worker hastens to clean up the fallen items, eager to conclude their shift and escape the store. The following day, the store owner reviews the footage, equally confounded by the peculiar occurrences. The video becomes the talk of the local community, and soon, the tale of the phantom of convenience store spreads far and wide, chilling the hearts of all who hear it. The overnight staff never imagined that their shift would turn into a scene from a horror movie, but the security footage tells a tale they will never forget. The phantom of the convenience store remains an enigma, its ghostly figure eternally imprinted on film, serving as a chilling reminder of the bizarre and inexplicable events that can transpire when night falls. From homes to offices to convenience stores, these tales remind us that sometimes our cameras capture more than we bargain for. Our journey through the vanishing intruder, the unseen presence, and the phantom of the convenience store has led us through a maze of the unexplainable, the eerie, and the downright chilling. These stories serve as a stark reminder of the mysteries that can lurk in the corners of everyday life. Stay vigilant, stay safe, and remember, the camera never lies. Join us next time as we explore more spine-chilling tales caught on tape. Don't dare to miss it.